Namaste and good morning, everyone. Welcome back to our series of the Sutra Talks, where we are trying to study them and living the sutras as well. So, as you know, that we are doing this series with our guest panel and as well as our, you can say, the mentor, because we need to have a mentor to implement things. That's why they say the one who's like a implementer already can become a mentor. So, I would like to welcome the panel as well as our mentor here if he's there. So, welcome each and every one of you. Good morning. Yeah. So, good morning,
Good
Rajesh
morning.
sir. Welcome.
Good morning, Rajesh sir.
Yeah, good
Morning.
morning, Dhruv.
Mm,
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, we can. Are we audible for you?
Yeah, I'm on Meta, so I can.
Yeah, great. So now we are doing this chapter 7 for the Diamond Sutra, and if you can share some fun fact with us, that would be good. And with that, we'll be continuing. The flow will be once you share the fun fact, we go to the practice, and then we take up the chapter 7.
Yeah. So let me share a very important fun fact about the Diamond Sutra is that people try to understand the Diamond Sutra as a conceptual book, but basically this is the book that shatters all your concepts. So it's basically helping you to think non-conceptually, because we have this habit of thinking conceptually, and that is why we tend to hold on to things. But when we let go of the concepts, when we see things as it is, and we think as the thing is necessary to be thought, like as it should actually be, like in the present moment, there are no thoughts, but there is a kind of action. Generated stimulus that actually gets us to do something. So here we come to a state of no thought is because we are not having any concepts that can help hold us. And this book is for non-conceptual thinking. So don't try to understand it, just read it and do not make any concepts out of it.
Okay, so that's something. Actually, it's funny, because even if you try to study it, it's more like where we are trying to build a concept around it so that we develop a non-conceptual thinking. But itself says that you have to read it, and maybe I think that's the part where you have to read it again, read it again. So any concept which is forming, it shatters it again.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we'll go to the practice part of our session, and then after that, we'll take up the sutra for the day. So, gallery, yeah, okay. Okay, So we are doing the Diamond Sutra, which is the Vajrachedika Pragyaparamita Sutra. Just to remind you all, this was translated from Sanskrit to Chinese by Tripitaka Master Kumarajiva, and then it was translated from Chinese to English by Acharya Nagajiva, who is that took Dr. Lim Syojin, and we will be covering the chapter 7 today, which is Tathagata teaches no teaching. And the chapter 7 goes like, one second, I'll put this. Yep. And then to, okay, I hope so. Now it is much more clear. The Tathagata teaches no teaching. Subhuti, what do you think? Does the Tathagata attain Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi? Does he teach anything? Subhuti said, from my understanding, there is no fixed achievement. There is no fixed achievement called Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi, and there is no fixed teaching that is delivered by the Tathagata. Why is this so? The teachings of Tathagata can neither be taken nor described in words. It is neither a dharma nor a non-dharma. How is this so? All the sages have different approaches due to not attaching to any teaching. Yeah, so that was chapter 7.
See here, basically, Buddha is asking Subhuti, what do you think? You remember the whole idea was when Subhuti asked how to control the thoughts and focus the mind, right? So the idea was Buddha is trying to understand what Subhuti is trying to think. And when you look at it, here every teacher has his own way and own technique in which he teaches because the students differ. There are different people, right? And based on different people there are different conditions, and hence the teacher changes his approaches and methodology of teaching based on the student. So he does not fix himself, doesn't hold himself in that this is how it has to be taught. No, it changes, and that is why a teacher is very dynamic. He keeps
Hmm.
on changing. The student can never understand him because the student sees the teacher in his perspective. He thinks that this is how it should be. But then he sees, yeah, with me he's this way, but with that person he's that way, with that person he's that way. My goodness, how, this teacher is teaching me to be stable, fixed, do something very static. And he himself is so dynamic. He
Hmm.
himself is, he's telling me to follow Panchashila, but when I look at him, he is breaking all them. My goodness, what to do with this kind of a teacher? Because the teacher is dealing with different kinds of people. You cannot have a fixed approach. No doctor writes one common prescription for all patients. He has to see his patients. Based on seeing the patient, he keeps on changing his prescription. So many a time today, pharmacist, people think I got headache. Why should I go to the doctor? I know what the doctor is going to write. Go directly to the pharmacist. The pharmacist has a very fixed approach. He says, okay, I have to give you, you have a headache, I give you this. But if you go to the doctor is going to analyze you, understand you, then look at the reason why you have a headache. Based on that, he's going to give you a prescription. Maybe he would not even prescribe you a headache pill because that headache is triggered as a secondary response for an acidity problem. So here you have to understand that because the teacher does not have a fixed approach, okay, he keeps on changing. So never judge a teacher just because you think that he's changing. For you, you have to remain fixed in what your teacher is offering. And that is why no teacher is attached to his teaching. He's always very flexible to even throw away his teaching. Like, for example, if you're trying to explain a child something and the child is not understanding, the teacher has to throw away whatever he knows about that and has to go down to that level of understanding and teaching so that the child can understand. Okay, same is with the student. He has to go down to everything. Like Vimalakirti Nirdesh Sutra tells that when Vimalakirti used to or wanted to teach, he went to any stage, even if he had to go to a brothel where
Bar.
he has to meet a bar or wherever he wanted. He went there, taught it in his style to the people in the way they understood. This is true for Jesus Christ also. When he went to people's places, he did not have a fixed approach. He kept on changing his approach. Hence, his disciples, the apostles, used to always have a clash. No, he's doing this with him, but with me, he's like this. With that person, he's like this. But that's what a teacher does. He has different approaches. Same as with Buddha. With Ananda, he was different. With Subhuti, he was different. With Mahakashapa, he was different. With Upali, he was different. With different ways and different means, he was able to teach them the same thing. Understand this. If you can know this, it's very easy that the well is one, but the containers that go inside to fill can be different.
A beautiful example.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is when it comes to like for us guys, you are there as a panel. Now we get to know that this is in a way we are getting to know it, that how the sutra we can live it. So if you have any things like how you want to apply it, and like one is a very teacher-student relationship, but when it comes to real life applications also, if you want to ask, you can just ask. Then otherwise, I'll take up the next page. No, no questions. Okay, I think it was clear. It was
No,
very
not
clear.
really clear. Now the problem here is, who is my teacher? You see,
Hmm.
teacher is everything that teaches you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything that no teacher teaches you without troubling you. Sit, telling you to sit down, adding discipline, giving you something basic, taking away your ignorance, proving that first you're ignorant, that you don't know, and then teaching you. Time does that. Friends do that. Parents do that. Your spouse does that. This society does that. All of this is teaching you, right? And this
Hmm.
is always going to change. So when you will realize this, that these teachers in different forms are basically, doing that because of me, because I am different. The approach is different towards me because it's me who is forcing them to approach differently. And so when you realize it, you start working on yourself, and then the only thing matters is you don't start complaining. You don't start accusing anybody for the things that have happened. You cannot tell that this teacher is not good, that teacher is not good. You will say, oh, I need to change. Maybe my teacher is trying to teach me and I am not able to understand. Let me work on it. Let me try to understand it. The society will go to different levels. The six realms are based on the process of training, not because existence wants to torture you, it wants to train you. So hell is also a training, and heaven is also a training. Hell is a training so that you wake up and start doing something, and heaven is something that is testing you to see how much you are into the world of desire, whether the highest and the peak of desire can still fall to you and make you break those rules.
Yeah.
It wants to train you. So hell is also a training, and heaven is also a training. Hell is a training
Mm,
so that you wake up and start doing something.
so the video
There's a
went
loop.
on loop. Yeah. Yeah, it's off now.
Yeah.
So the next verse goes as, why is this so? The teachings of the Tathagata, I'll make it more clearer. The teachings of the Tathagata are can neither be taken nor be described in words. It is neither a dharma nor a non-dharma. How is this so? All the sages have different approaches due to not attaching. These were the last verses. Yep, I think so. That was a sweet and a simple sutra.
But at the end, the take home messages be, if you're a student, then
Hmm.
remain static. Let the teachers change their approach, but understand the subject. On the other side, if you're a teacher, change your approach in different ways depending on every student.
Student needs to remain static.
Of course, the student reach the container needs to be fixed, right?
Mhm. I
How can
mean,
how do you how does the student keep on moving here and there?
Not
He would
moving,
keep.
but like if the teacher is dynamic, doesn't the student like also changes when the teacher?
No, 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 no. The one who's going to serve food can keep on moving depending on who is sitting
Mhm.
to eat. If the one who is eating also moves, then where will the one who is serving have to move along with him? No, 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 no.
No, that is
You
there,
sit
but
in,
like when you go to a college or something, like now
you
there are
remain
many
static.
house we move the most, the one who moves is the student in the college.
No, no, no. I mean, don't take it literally. I mean,
Not
when
literally, but
you
like
when you are a student, you are going into a student college where the first thing is you are taken up a stream. If you have taken up law is
hmm,
the thing you remain static in. Don't go and get interested in now. I want to know a little science also. No, 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 no. First static is law. Then your subjects. Then your classes. Remain there. The teacher
hmm,
might change. The teacher might come and teach the first year, the second year, the third year, in
hmm,
different approaches. You cannot say, wow, you're teaching first year like this very casually, but for the final year, I don't want to sit in the first year. I'll go directly final year. No, no, no. You're fixed for first year. You are given a roll number, you're given a place, you have to sit and study. That's it. You cannot move. The teacher can go first year, second year, third year, fourth year, go and practice outside, come back again. He can do anything. He can talk to you, he can talk to 1,000 people, but you cannot go. You cannot do that. Understood? You have to follow the teacher who's teaching you. Static.
got it. That's clear because I was confused with that.
Okay,
Thank you.
I have a question. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
sometimes
that's
when we start studying a new subject, like in you have given an explanation, like we are studying law, and from the perception of 2 or 3 classes, we just assume that we are not for law, we are for something else, we are for management. So here we depend on the thinking of the or the perception of the 2 to 3 days learning that this is not for us. So here the student is not static. Here he changes stream completely with the perception of 2 to 3 days and the teacher's teaching. So here this verse is also applied.
you mean to say that if a student who goes first, he chooses,
Law.
then he realizes that the choice is wrong.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, in just 2 3 days, he has realized it is wrong.
yeah. Like in the starting now, when we are in college, so many
No, so
students
the
and
first, when did he choose? He choose it in 1 or day or 2 days, or he thought a lot before making a choice.
no, after studying, he decided in 2 to 3 days that this is not for me. This subject is
No, no,
very
no, no. First, when did he choose that it is for me?
hmm.
How did he choose that it is for me?
Yeah, actually from the, as a, like I'm from commerce background. Then I decided I'll do BCom and then I'll do management. Okay, but someone is from science background. Then he comes to management as well to do MBA. But then
Why
after
did he come to management to do MBA?
to, learn the skills of how to manage people.
Okay, then he realizes that this is not for me.
That it is difficult, it is not for them alive.
Exactly. No, he left it. First, he wanted to do it. Then he left it because he thinks it is difficult. Because he did not find it comfortable, he's leaving.
Hmm.
Not because he did not want to. If he did not want to, he would not have come. He would not have taken that step. You cannot say, I want to, I will enter the water. You enter the water because you want to swim. But because the water is like very difficult, I cannot swim, I get out of the water. That is not a reason. You
Hmm.
first make a choice, then with the choice, you have to live with the choice. Now, if you have made a mistake, then you find out why you made a mistake and why are you not making it second time. What is the guarantee that this time you're not making a mistake if you made it before? If you made a choice before entering, why can't this be a second mistake that you're making a choice of not completing it?
Hmm.
When I was doing my Ayurveda, first I did not, I said, okay, I want to do. Then after I went there, I realized I cannot understand Marathi and the Sanskrit and all this. And I said, it is not meant for me. Then I met a
Yeah,
teacher who said, hey, if you, first you came, now you think you cannot, you'll do the same with something else. You'll say, that is also not for me. Then again, if you have taken something, can you fulfill it? Then I felt, yeah, it is true. Let me at least complete this. Then whatever I want to do in my life, I'll do. I finished that. And then I wanted to do something else in management. I did my management and I applied what I had learned with what I was passionate about. Same like Dr. Lim, who became an engineer first, completed his engineering, then his passion for health helped him to use his engineering skills and the knowledge of health to build company like DXN. You have to complete, Kashvi. If you make a choice, fulfill that choice, complete that choice. Otherwise, you live in that incompletion, that dissatisfaction. Remember, the whole journey is of samadhi. The journey of samadhi means that I will complete it, I'll finish it, I will touch the finish line. It doesn't matter if I win or lose, but my journey, if I've started, I'll finish it.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Okay? Yeah. Yes, Dhruv?
Yeah, so a beautiful question, Kashvi. Thank you so much. An important question that was, because that clears up a lot of doubt. The idea is about an amazing answer where you need to ask yourself that because you feel that you made a mistake first with entering there, how are you not making a mistake entering again into this stream? So that question needs to be there with us, and I think this can be applied in many choices that we make,
Yeah,
and not only the stream and everything. But yeah, so if there are no more questions from anyone, we can call it a session now. But if there are, we can still take it up. Otherwise, that today was a short sutra but an important one, and we have completed it, the seventh sutra of the Diamond Sutra.
Yes, doctor, this can apply as in our job also. Same thing.
Yeah. Everything, every choice has to be a thing that you do and you rejoice. You cannot crib about it because you made a choice.
Yes.
Nobody forced you. Nobody's
Mhm.
forcing you. Nobody's now this life itself. Nobody's forcing breath into your nose. You're
Yes.
breathing because that's what you want to do, right? You want to live. Then do not complain. Live. Rejoice in these moments. Do what you
Mhm.
have chosen. No job. You're not a slave of anybody. You take
Mhm.
up a job because you want a job. You see,
Yes.
many people, they first struggle to get a job,
Mhm.
apply, then they get selected, and then when they get a job, they work, and afterwards they start cribbing and crying on the same job and then
Mhm.
complain on the same job. I always find such people, if they do this with a job, one job, will they not do it with the second job? Will they not do it with the third job? They will keep on doing with everything. And such people, they do not understand that at the end, the choice was mine.
Mhm. Yes.
Then, if it was mine, like a teacher chooses a student, it is the teacher's choice. He accepted because the student comes and asks, "Can I be your student?" And teacher says, "Yes." Now, if the student is a crazy student, a mischievous student, a horrible student, whatever it is, this teacher has chosen him, has
Yes.
to keep on whacking him, teaching him in different ways, so that what was the first thing that the teacher made of making that person a student, he has to deliver that student a teaching. So
Mhm.
it is responsibility that comes along with choices. Okay, it's responsibility of completing those things that have been given to you, which you have taken as a choice. So I think it applies to jobs, it applies to business, it applies to everything in life.
Yes, doctor.
Yeah.
Understood.
Dhruv?
Yeah. So again, uh, if I think I see no more questions, guys, from you at least. There are no more questions here.
The audio
So
is clear, Dhruv?
the
Yes, yes.
audio is perfect.
Okay, so this works well. Okay, I was trying this, testing it for the first time.
Yeah, yeah. Great. I'll just check again on YouTube also how it went, but here it is perfect. And I would like to thank you all for joining for this show. And thank you, Rajesh sir. It's you are also busy. I think you had some event to attend, but coming out and taking time, this just excites us about the sutra. If you are so excited, again, it's like seeing your excitement. It becomes so much more interesting to study the sutra. That because one might think, right, this person has studied it so many times, has spoken about it so many times, then again he's busy, and then he's again trying to come. It's just like the question comes, why is it like, what's your take on this? Like, how do you
You
want to
ask,
share? Like,
you can ask Messi why does he play every game. You can ask Sachin Tendulkar why does he play cricket every time. Why do these people do these things again and again? Because they don't do it for a reward. They do it because they enjoy it. The day you enjoy what your doing will know what you're doing. It will just be your enjoyment. And I think that's what you need to understand. So do things that you enjoy so that your only doings will all be enjoyment, and enjoyment is what you will live with. You'll never do it for some just because you have to do it.
then how do you like, how do you come to that point? Or like, is that it just clicks, or what is it that can you do it with everything?
It's like
Uh,
if you like to eat sweet and you like cakes, then you go crazy for cakes. You eat all different types of cakes, and then you want to go and pursue your masters and your bachelors in bakery, and you make cakes, and then you build a business around cakes, and then you talk about cakes, and then you write books about cakes. Cakes, 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 cakes everywhere. Do you think he's working? No,
mm,
he's enjoying
Mhm.
different levels of enjoyment. So one who enjoys peace at the listening level is a Shravaka. One who enjoys peace at doing it himself is a Pacheka. One who enjoys peace by doing it for everybody is a Bodhisattva. One who understood everything that all these three make the peace that one is seeking for is the Buddha. So at the end, nobody is doing anything. They are just about enjoying and enjoying and enjoying what they love to do. You find out that one thing, that ikigai that you enjoy, for which the world is ready to transact. And here
Mhm.
you have a business. Find out that ikigai, that one thing that which you enjoy, that you want to give to the world, and you'll realize that's your career. So at the end, it's your enjoyment that is going to decide.
Thank you. And
Yes.
wow, we get to know how to enjoy the life. So thank you so much for sharing this with us, and hope so everybody finds their ikigai, and we see that soon all these people are just enjoying. And I think with this idea, there would be no suffering around us. And thank you so much by sharing this. And we'll end the session if no more questions. And again, thank you. It's just
Thank you.
amazing. Yeah. Okay. Bye bye.
Okay, bye bye, bye bye.
Namaste.
Namaste, namaste.
Okay, guys. Thank you, Venki. Thank you, Sharanya ma'am. Thank you, Kashvi. Thank you, Sneha ma'am. Thank you, Rucha ma'am, for joining. And hope to see you again. Then tomorrow also we have talks. But even 8:30, if you guys are joining today, we have Shunya talks. So whoever is joining, hope to see them. Until then, namaste and bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you, Dhruv.
Thank you.
Thank you.